Welcome back to In the Cards and Stars. We are doing a little celebrity summer love and catch up because so much has happened while Mercury has been retrograde. We've got to check back in on some of our favorite and maybe not so favorite celebrity love lives, seeing what's changed, reading the headlines, and letting the tarot tea do the talking. All right, now remember, this is all for entertainment purposes only. No celebrities will be harmed in the reading of these cards. Let's get into it. We have some great stories. Ooh, I'm excited. All right, couple number one, Tom Holland and Zendaya. First up, breathtaking. Did you guys see Zendaya in this angelic dress by Mercury Retrograde on the Odyssey press tour? Okay, so the name of the designer does sound suspiciously like I'm saying the word fecal matter, and that's because that's what it is. I was very confused when I first was researching this dress. So here's what's going on there. The fashion house Mercury Retrograde originally named Fecal Matter. I think the transition to the French name was good for their brand, by the way. They chose this provocative name as a direct critique of the traditional fashion industry and its contribution to global waste. Love that, okay? Love that, love them. The founders, designers Hannah Rose Dalton and Stephen Raj Bhaskaran want to challenge luxury consumerism while holding both the beautiful and the grotesque parts of life. I love it. Something for us to be aware of. So let's continue. Interestingly enough, though, Mercury Retrograde, Fecal Matter, also designed the wedding dress of it girl Gabriette, who I actually think is very charming, by the way. And unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, she did marry the perpetually icky Matty Healy. But this topic is going to be a side quest that we'll circle back to later in this episode because they are one of our stories. But the Fecal Matter design team sure knows how to make a stunning gown. Oh my God, honestly. Fashion commentary aside, Tom Holland reminded us why he and Zendaya are Hollywood's most wholesome couple. During a 50 most searched questions about the Odyssey segment for Wired, he read the question, did Athena love Odysseus romantically? Zendaya plays Athena, by the way, the divine protector and strategic guide of Odysseus, who is played by Matt Damon in the film. And before any of his castmates could respond to the question, Tom said no, because she's married to me. The two have been so tight-lipped about their lives together. Although we did get a confirmation of their marriage earlier this year, they rarely talk about it. And so this was just such a cute moment. And of course, with us being as nosy as we are, I thought what a great time to check in on these two and just see what the tarot tea has to say about their relationship. So, all right, let's get nosy. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, Tom Holland and Zendaya. Allegedly. Let's see what's going on with these two. They are so cute. General energy. Let's just start there. General energy around these two. Currently. Okay, so we have the Fool card. Love this. The Fool is a fresh start. So this is very optimistic, adventurous, feeling fancy-free, feeling like the sky's the limit. Anything can happen. You're in a really good place. Also, on the Fool card, there's this little white dog, which stands for loyalty. So basically what's coming through here is a feeling of a fresh start, excitement around them, excitement about life, and a lot of loyalty. So this is an incredibly strong partnership, a strong relationship, and both of them are very loyal to one another. I love that, and I do think that comes through. They really are, I think just the most genuine Hollywood couple. They're so sweet, and the fact that they hide and protect their relationship to keep it special and keep it safe from prying eyes, and they don't ever use their relationship in a way that feels icky. I just think it's so sweet. So definitely this checks out. Full card energy, fresh start. Let's see what else we can get, and lots of loyalty. Why don't we get Tom's general energy? Let's get Tom's energy. Let's check in on him. How is Tom doing? Oh, all right. Oh, this is okay. This card did fall out. I was going to just replace it, but you know what? I'm feeling like it was for a reason. Stop. It was for a reason. The Emperor jumping out at us. Okay. So the Emperor, this is about power. This can also be someone who's a little bit set in their ways. okay, he does come across like that. This is a person who knows what they want, who knows exactly where they're going in life, knows what they want to build, someone with a lot of plans and the ability to execute on those plans. Also wearing the cloak of red. This is like feeling passionate, feeling excited about life. This is good. It's just very good energy. I love it. Okay, what about Zendaya? What's her general vibe? The North Node is on the 26th of July, is about to enter into Aquarius. She has Aquarius ruling her first house, just like I do. So should get interesting for the both of us. But for her, I definitely think we're going to see her step out in new ways. If you guys are members, I am filming a whole video on the North Node in Aquarius and tips for everybody. So check that out after this. But I really feel like, especially because Pluto is already in Aquarius, there's going to be a big transformation for Zendaya when it comes to her first house of like appearance, presentation, who she is, what she's doing. I don't know. She may shock us. She may really surprise us with something. Maybe it's a certain type of role that she comes out with. Maybe she goes back to her singing career and drops an album. Like, I don't know. But there's something that I think everyone, in every Aquarius, every part of our charts, everyone has Aquarius at some point in their chart. What am I saying? Mercury doesn't go direct till tomorrow, guys. I'm struggling. But everybody has Aquarius ruling one of the houses in their birth chart, whether you have personal planets or not in Aquarius. So this is the part of your life that's going to really undergo a revolution, and also a lot of focus, a lot of transformation energy is going to be in this part of your chart, and it's exciting. You get to really own it. And if it's your first house, it is your identity and your presentation. So I am really interested to see what this 18-month period is going to bring for Zendaya, because she does already seem like she really walks in her truth, but I think she's going to reveal more of who she really is. So that should be very interesting. I'm excited to see what she starts sharing with the world. Okay, let's see what else. What about Zendaya? What's her current energy? Ooh, hello. Okay. The cards are flipping and flopping, and I like what I'm seeing. We have the Devil card and the Two of Wands. Spicy. Okay, so first let's start with the Devil card. This is like you're feeling good. You're feeling spicy. You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling like you look good. You feel good. A little mischievous. She's got her cheesecake. She's eating it. This is like the world is your oyster type of energy. You feel that, you know that, and you feel confident, and you're excited to experience like all the world has to offer. So I think that she is really happy right now with life. They both have a lot of red in the cards that represent them. So this is a very passionate romance. Great chemistry. Love that. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands for her. She had two cards that came out together. The Two of Wands is about planning your future. This person is, oh my God, I said the world is your oyster. Okay, this card is even more like that, because like doubling down on that energy, because this card has the character like holding the whole world in their hands, like have a globe right here. And they have these two wands. Two wands can represent you and another person. Maybe that's what I think this is. It's like two passionate people planning their future, holding the world in their hands and making plans, figuring out what the next steps are going to be. Also with the Fool card here, a new journey. They are planning something. They're up to something. They could be planning a move. They're holding the globe here. They could be planning a family, potentially, especially with the North Node moving into Aquarius. I mean, if this is your first house, it could be a change of like identity into like motherhood as like one of the facets of your identity. I don't know. That's one possibility. Doesn't have to be that. It could also just be them deciding like, hey, we're going to start spending summers in Italy. We're going to get a house in Italy and spend our summers there. But there's something that they're planning, something that they're excited about, that they're working on. But overall, they're having a lot of fun with the Devil card here. What I love about all of these cards is they're stable. We see commitment. We see passion. We see excitement about the future. We see loyalty. So are we surprised? No. But is it nice to see? Yes. Very uplifting. So sweet. Wishing them the best, like America's sweethearts and Hollywood's little it couple. We love them. Okay, so cute, refreshing. Let's get to our next story now, you guys. This one is a lot less refreshing. Okay, so look out. You've been warned. Margaret Qualley and Jack Antonoff. Ooh, okay, we're going to talk about their breakup. So, like I said, we're shifting from this like happily married, unproblematic couple to a couple that's heartbroken and controversial. Margaret Qualley and Jack Antonoff have officially called it quits just weeks before their third wedding anniversary. It's actually very sad. Rumors of their split first arose when Qualley wiped her Instagram of most of the images featuring Antonoff. Telltale sign there. Then he attended Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding without Margaret, and the separation announcement was made just days later. Qualley has since been linked to her co-star Drew Starkey from the upcoming horror film King Snake, after images of the two actors spending time together at a swimming pool and at basketball games came to light. It's a little spicy, guys. Check it out. On Friday, July 10th, a rep for Qualley released a statement acknowledging their recent separation after nearly 3 years of marriage. The narratives running in the press about Margaret and Jack are categorically untrue. There are no trust issues. There was no infidelity or anything outside of respect and partnership in the relationship, Qualley's rep said in the statement obtained by People. Guys, do we buy that? Now, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, we come here to snark, okay? We come here to gossip a little bit, all right? This is how we have fun. So I'm going to be honest. I don't buy that. Like, if you really had, okay, the part that I don't like, if we're going to pick it apart, there was no infidelity. Okay, that's fine. Maybe there wasn't. Or anything outside of respect and partnership in this relationship. So y'all didn't fight. Like, there wasn't a fight leading up to the breakup. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this is trying really hard to just give the most blanket statement, positive, like, energy possible. And to me, that just reads so fake. I don't know. Maybe just don't say anything at all. Oh, no, there's more, guys. The statement continues. Hold on. It's like, quit while you're ahead. The statement continued, guys. They have deep love and care for one another, I'm sure. There are only two people in this marriage, and the sources who are talking to the press and commenting on their relationship are not people who know them. Please respect their privacy. Ooh. Okay, so they're saying, like, the stuff that's being leaked to the press is just, like, these are random people, unverified sources, which, I mean, that can happen. So very sketchy. Let's pull some cards and see what may be playing out behind the scenes with these two. Now, little astrology side note, Jack is 10 years older than Margaret and has his, get this, guys, this chart's a doozy. Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, Mercury in Aries, Venus in Pisces, Mars in Scorpio. Okay, let that soak in. Margaret has her Sun in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, Moon in Gemini, Mercury in Libra, and Mars in Leo. The points in the chart that I think are problematic, or I could see being problematic between these two, really comes down to the exuberance, joy, and uncontrollable, and I am saying uncontrollable, Mars in Leo and Moon in Gemini. And yeah. And Mercury in Libra a little bit. Because it's like with Jack's energy, okay, the Aries, it's like Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, Mercury in Aries. We've got an intense Aries stellium. So this is like, he may have a lot to learn when it comes to partnership because Aries is so independent. Typically, if someone has a lot of Aries placements and they're insecure, they can be kind of a nightmare. People have said, allegedly, that he is a little bit controlling. And, I mean, there's a lot of mixed feedback out there about him. Venus in Pisces softens the Aries energy. Love that. I really do like to see Pisces partnered with Aries energy because It just gives the heart and emotion that Aries energy needs to sort of soften and like get into their heart center. So that's really good. But then you have the Mars in Scorpio. Mars is exalted in Scorpio, so like turn the intensity back up again. I just think that his chart could easily slip into insecure, needy, and controlling vibes. It just can. Just the placements. I mean, this could be a whole episode where we could just talk about their birth charts. Let me know. Maybe this is something I should do, like an astrology reading on them, you know, in the members only, because this is it's very intense, and really his chart is intense. But what I see from her chart that I love about her chart, but that I think really she needs someone who is super, super secure to be able to deal with these placements, is the moon in Gemini is fun, chatty, you know, flirtatious even at times, super social. Mars in Scorpio, Venus in Pisces, very jealous, can be very jealous. So like we already have that kind of going, that's going against him a little bit. Mercury in Libra, she's partnership oriented. He's Mercury in Aries. So if you are Mercury in Libra, you're going to think you're going to be like, hey, so this would be her coming to him after an argument. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was usually the one to apologize first. And that gets old. Like, she wants the scales of justice to always be balanced in their relationship. And as the Aries, you know, unless he's highly evolved, he could be like very happy to let her do the balancing while he sort of acts like a petulant child stomping his feet. Allegedly. I could just see it. I could see it. And then she has her Mars in Leo. Love this because that gives her very strong fire sign energy. You need that for your Mars, especially if you're in a relationship with someone with a lot of fire placements and with an exalted Mars in Scorpio. Like, she needs a strong Mars to be able to make sure that, you know, her voice is also heard. His chart is very like dominant. This is me. These are my thoughts. You know, I'm here. I respect my own opinion, and I expect everybody to listen to me. You know, it's like it's like, oh my God. So if you are someone who is really shy, like, you could totally just get swept up in that sort of relationship and not show up as fully. Mars in Leo really helps with that, because Mars in Leo, the sign of the lion, I'm going to roar too. I also have things to say. I also have a point of view. Mars is also very regal in Leo. It's going to be honest. It's going to need to also have a platform and a voice. So I love that for her, but I just think that it probably got pretty messy since it didn't work out. And then with Venus in Scorpio, very compatible with Venus in Pisces, very alluring. Pisces and Scorpio go super well together. So I could see there being a lot of romance, a lot of passion, but this is sort of one of those combinations of birth charts that you see every once in a while where you're like, if the two people are super evolved and great communicators and willing to work through things, this could be an amazing relationship. Like, really great, checking all the boxes, you know? Or it could really go down in flames. Anyway, let's pull some cards and see what happened. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, you guys? Allegedly. What happened between Margaret Qualley and Jack Antonoff? And we'll see what's going on with that. What's his name? Starkey. Did you guys see that? Okay, that one just flew. We're taking the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up must come down. Okay, you know how I was just saying, it could either be like this amazing, beautiful relationship, a great connection, or it could basically be a walking nightmare. Well, when the Wheel of Fortune just pops up, I think this is saying that at one point, it was a beautiful dream of a relationship. I mean, even like Lana Del Rey wrote a song, right? Called Margaret or something. Anyway, yeah, it was like very poetic, very beautiful, a relationship that, you know, other people probably looked at and envied. Unfortunately, the Wheel of Fortune did spin, and what goes up had to come down to reality. So I think that this was a relationship that maybe in the beginning, maybe in theory, you know, there was a lot of romance, a lot of high hopes and dreamy dreams that they had. But in reality, on a day-to-day basis, it was not sustainable. Like, there wasn't enough compatibility, I think, to really make this a happy situation for both people. Yeah, interesting. Okay, what else? What else happened? All right, so that's sort of, oh my God. Guys, they're just like flying right now. Okay, 9 of Cups. Love this. This is actually a huge relief because I like Margaret Qualley a lot. I think that she's great. I also think she's incredibly young and she has so much life to live and to discover. And he is 10 years older than her. And so, like, man, better for her to like move on now than to stay in a relationship where she's feeling the Wheel of Fortune, like everything kind of crashing down. So 9 of Cups tells us that I think that she's the one that ultimately broke things off. 9 of Cups, this is like, I'm choosing me. There's also a female on this card, so that's what makes me feel like this was really her decision. But it's I'm choosing me. 9 of Cups. 9 energy is about transformation, and cups are emotions. So this is like I'm choosing my own happiness. And the woman on this card, this is Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls deck, she's got her cheesecake in front of her that she's eating. She has all these cups on the shelves lined up behind her. She's like, yeah, I'm choosing me. Like I'm going to have my cake. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to make my life, make my happiness, make my life what I want it to be. And I don't need to be anywhere that's going to make me this unhappy. So I think that once the writing was on the wall and things were really not going well, like arguments and disagreements and who knows what else, we'll see if we can dig in a little more. But I think that she was the one that decided, wow, I don't really have to feel like this. I can actually just go do something else. You know what I mean? So good for her. Good for her. I think that's actually very healthy. Much better than just making yourself miserable, making the other person miserable. If it's not working, it's not working. Let's see what else. What else contributed to just the ending of the relationship? The World. All these big revolutionary cards, like all these big revelatory moments. We have Wheel of Fortune, the World, oh my God. Okay. The World, this is another card of change, major arcana. Let me see if I can clarify the World. Holding the whole world in your hands. Ooh, okay. I love how the cards are just moving on their own today. All right. 5 of Cups. This is someone crying. This is actually the same person in the 9 of Cups, the same Rose Nyland character. So I think this was her. Here we are again. I think this was her feeling disappointment. 5 of Cups, looking at what cups have been spilled. This is a feeling of I was promised the world, or I expected the world. I expected the world from this relationship. I expected the world from this connection. And instead, I'm sitting here crying. I think this is what led up to her eventually saying, I'm going to choose the 9 of Cups instead. So I do think that this was sort of a long-standing situation. I think that they probably have been going through this for a while, it looks like. I think she's been sad for a while about all of this. There's been a lot of disagreements. Yeah, I just got goosebumps, so confirmation. And she was very disappointed. 5 of Cups, she was very disappointed. What about him? Let's check in on Jack. What are his feelings? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What are his feelings? Oh my. Okay, well that's quite literal. Okay, we have the Death card. Ooh, thumbnail. An ending. I mean, a literal death, feeling like you are ending a huge chapter of your life, accepting an ending. I think it's really, really over. This is basically, to quote Taylor Swift, we are never, ever getting back together. That's what this Death card is signaling. So it's really over. It's really over. Let me get a clarifier. Let's see what else we can get about that energy that he's feeling, about the ending. The King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. He's thinking about his money. He has his mind on his money now, throwing himself into his career. I feel like this might be all of his Aries and Scorpio energy. It's like, I'm going to do better. I'm going to show, kind of like getting revenge through being successful. Like, success is the best revenge. I don't think that he really expected this. Let's see what else from him. Yep, these are falling out. I mean, gosh, they're making it easy. Yeah, okay, the Lovers card and the Seven of Pentacles. This relationship was a spiritual lesson for him. It could have been a karmic lesson. This could have been a karmic relationship. I'm just looking at my notes that I have up here. Yeah, Margaret has her sun in Scorpio. So her sun is conjunct his Mars in Scorpio. That is so, I mean, anytime you have a Scorpio placement, first of all, it's going to be powerful, okay? It's going to be powerful. She also has Venus in Scorpio conjunct her own sun. So she's incredibly charming. And then with his Mars in Scorpio, I mean, I'm sure he was just like a moth to a flame, you know, just sucked into her web, into her world, into her aura. When you have a Mars-Venus connection, that's like passion and fire and romance. It's a very strong connection. And then her sun is also there, so it's who she is, how she shines. I would say he was very, very wrapped up, very taken by her, all consumed. It could have even been unhealthy because Scorpio can indicate obsession. There could have been mutual obsession at one point. And sometimes that can indicate unfinished business, a karmic relationship, a really important lesson that we have to learn, because this doesn't feel like a safe, comfortable connection that's like, oh, these two are just meant to be together. It feels so intense that it's like, oh, they're supposed to learn something. And we have the Lovers card and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is basically confirming it is a spiritual relationship. Seven of Pentacles is the spiritual work that we have to do. The Lovers card is, you know, a lover. Choices that we're making when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. I think that he's learning a lot about himself, the types of choices that he makes, and probably facing some harsh realities about how he shows up in relationships. A lot of life lessons through this. Very painful, honestly, very painful. This makes me sad. Anything else about these two? The Page of Pentacles, starting over. Yeah, I went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles. Starting over, starting again. Four of Cups, feeling disappointed, feeling resistant to starting again. Yeah, this is sad. The energy feels fresh, like very reluctant to open your heart again with the Four of Cups. Four is the number of stability, home, and family. And this person on the card is really disappointed. The page is like starting again at square one. This is sad, and I'm feeling this is more his energy. I get the sense that she was a lot more fed up because she was already moved into the Nine of Cups. Sometimes, what's that song? When a heart breaks, it don't break even, you know? That's like what this reminds me of. It's like I think that she probably felt more of the pain and sadness on the front end. I think that there was frustration with him. Maybe it was some things that he did. But then she walked away, and now it's like she's left, and now he's feeling the pain. So it's karmic. It's like they're both kind of mirroring each other at different times. I think she was sad initially, and now she's sort of feeling free. And he's feeling sad and honestly a sense of dread about having to start over again. Whew. It'll be all right. It will be all right. Yeah, that's the tea on that. Pretty intense, actually. A lot more intense than I expected when I looked at their birth charts. Maybe I should have listened to that song, Margaret. It's probably pretty intense now that I see their birth charts and everything. But yeah, it's one of those things that I just feel like this was a very intense connection. It burned hot. They both learned their life lessons. I think they both got their hearts broken and burned out. You know, this might be that relationship that they both talk about in 20 years. And they're like, oh yeah, when I was married to that person, that relationship was really crazy. We were really in love. And And we did not have the skills yet or the tools to handle that type of connection. We were both made a lot of mistakes. Like, that's sort of how I think in hindsight they would look at it. I didn't get infidelity. I know that was a rumor. We didn't see 3 of cups or 3 of pentacles or 3 of anything, because those are like my indicators. But what I did get was just like general lessons, a lot of lessons, and just really misaligned, like just very different, 2 very different people. And I think a lot of arguments about a lot of things. So yeah, okay, well, sending them love. And we're going to move on to couple number 3. So let's go. Harry Styles and Zoë Kravitz. Okay. Now it's time for a relationship that has the internet scratching its collective head. Harry Styles and Zoë Kravitz. Harry has been having what I can only describe as the most Harry Styles summer imaginable. Wardrobe mishaps, dancing like nobody's watching, wearing something that only Harry Styles could allegedly pull off. People say he's pulling it off. I don't know, guys. Check out like the shorts, the little short suit. You go, Harry. I love your confidence. Meanwhile, the internet continues debating whether he and Zoe are the real deal or just another Hollywood publicationship manufactured to generate headlines. Let's get straight to the tarot tea on these two. Okay, another thing that I think is so funny. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remember her name. I will, if I can find the video, I will put the link in the description, because I always want to give creators their flowers when I mention them or when I see them online and love their work. But there's this one girl that I started watching her videos because she just makes me laugh. She's so funny. And she was referring to Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz's backward photo shoot where they were like in this field, like on a blanket. And she was calling it the photo shoot in the tick field. Like, it was so funny. Oh my God, I hope I can find this video. And I was thinking like, wait, she's right. It does look like a tick field. What are they doing? And then I saw a clip of Zoe Kravitz watching Harry Styles' show. I hope I can find that as well. She looked very, very too cool. Not only too cool, like just too cool for anyone. I don't think she has very nice energy. I just don't. I mean, whatever. Live your life. If you want to have an RBF, I mean, it's okay. Live your life, be yourself. You don't have to smile all the time. But there's just a vibe I get from her. I don't know. I just feel like she would not be nice. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm judging a book by its cover. I don't know. I just feel like she's always like scowling and like looking at people like, and the way she was looking at Harry and like at the concert, I just was not getting a feeling that she was in love. I just wasn't. But okay, let's pull some cards on them, see what's going on. So how does Zoe, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, really feel about Harry Styles? How does Zoe really feel? Fiance, by the way, about fiance Harry Styles. How does she feel? The Hermit. See what I'm saying, you guys? Like, where is the romance? Where's the love? The Hermit? That's how you feel about your fiance? You feel the Hermit? What? Okay, clarify the Hermit, please. Oh my God. Now the whole damn deck's going to fly out. Please clarify the Hermit. The Hermit. I don't even. The 7 of Cups. I have a lot of choices. And the Hermit. Guys, I don't know what the heck this connection is between them, but it is very bizarre. And I'm sorry, the tarot tea, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, is confirming that this is bizarre. This is not loved up energy. The Hermit is like, I am focused on myself. I am shining my own light. I am kind of withdrawn. What? Okay, so when you think of your relationship, you're withdrawn and you're thinking about yourself. That gives me, I don't know, that, to me, that's leaning towards the publicationship rumors being true. Because if you're like hermiting and doing all this stuff, then it would basically be, I'm in this relationship, and so I'm like being the hermit for this set period of time, like under contract. 7 of Cups, also I have a lot of choices. This is like, I could extend this contract, I could leave. 7 of Cups, yeah, it's just like, it's weird. It's like I have a lot of choices. This doesn't give commitment energy. I don't know. It's weird. Again, I feel just as baffled as I did before. Okay, let's see if Harry can give us some clarity. Harry allegedly for entertainment purposes only. How does Harry feel towards Zoe? I mean, I felt more energy with him towards, Olivia Wilde. King of Pentacles, see, career. I think this is a publicationship, okay? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think this is a publicity relationship. I do. That's what this looks like. Are you kidding? King of Pentacles is what you think when you think of her? None of these cards are lovey-dovey. None of these cards are emotional. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. The Page of Swords, immature communication. What? Like, it's all so incongruent and weird. The Page of Swords, what else? The Chariot, Mars energy, but there are two guys on this card. This is like, okay, you guys, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I cannot stress this enough. But the energy I'm getting is that he's doing other things behind the scenes. Look at this. The Chariot, I mean, has like these two like hunks like in the front, and then Blanche Devereaux. You know, if you guys have seen Golden Girls, you know about her character. She's got a lot of friends, you guys will say that. And these two guys are on the front. It's like doing a lot of things behind the scenes. And the Page of Swords, this could be immature communication. It could also be very shallow communication. Like the relationship doesn't have as much depth as other people might think, or as they'd like you to think. And then the King of Pentacles is like, I'm protecting my money and my image. Also, maybe it's like I want to project a certain image to young fans. Those could be the pages. Behind the scenes, I'm in Chariot energy, though. This is Mars-fueled. This is, very hedonistic, doing what I want. So, and then for Zoe, she's like the Hermit, just kind of doing her own thing. And then the Seven of Cups, she has decisions to make. She's sort of deciding what her next steps are. I think that's why she agreed to this publicationship, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. She's sort of like, yeah, like that fits my timeline of what I'm up to right now. Like I'm kind of in between things. I mean, okay. Well, that answers the questions that I had. We will see if they end up going through with the marriage, but I don't know. That seems pretty much the read I was getting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm so curious. Do y'all think that this is way off base, or do you also get the feeling that like the relationship is there's just something lacking? Now we have behind door number 4, the wedding of Gabriette and Matty Healy. A fortnight after Taylor and Travis's Madison Square Garden Big Leo Energy Extravaganza. If you guys haven't watched that video yet, go check it out. I did a full deep dive on their wedding chart. Fans are speculating on a few things, okay? So number 1, the timing of the wedding being a fortnight after, which I think that's just kind of silliness, coincidence. Also, people are wondering if it's petty, like, oh, of course, leave it to Maddie to do something petty and like get married right after Taylor, or like what are the odds they'd get married like that close together? It's giving shady, Okay. That would say a lot about him as a person if he planned his whole wedding around his ex. I would feel bad for his current wife, but okay, I guess it's a possibility. We'll pull cards on it. And then a post that Maddie made at 3 a.m. Now, this is a little weird. The night before his wedding, featuring the song he allegedly wrote for Taylor and referencing a quote by Princess Diana referring to her husband Charles being in love with Camilla Parker Bowles throughout the entirety of their marriage. This was a little weird. Is this really what was going on, or do we see what we want to see? That's why we have the tarot tea. Because I don't know. Like, is he being weird? Was this just a coincidence? Because then again, I think he's a little weird. So I don't know how to decode this man. Let's pull some cards, though, and see if we can spill the tarot tea on the connection between these two. Now, the thing that does lead me to believe that this is a real relationship is a video that I watched of Gabriette going to Métieres Fécales. She went and tried on wedding dresses, and she brought her mom, and I don't know if that was her sister, but she was with two ladies. One of them was definitely her mother, and it was so sweet, and they were so excited, and her mom was getting very emotional. But then again, sometimes moms get emotional just seeing you in a wedding dress. I don't know. Let's pull the cards. Let me stop trying to decode myself, and let's just see what's going on with these two. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. First of all, I want to get the energy of Matty, like 3 a.m. I guess we said like late night before the wedding, but I guess like 3 a.m. the wee hours of his wedding. And also like go to bed. Like you have to get married that same day. Why are you up at 3 a.m.? He just strikes me as like perpetual man-child. I have too much Virgo for that. I'd be like, go to sleep. Driving me nuts. Well, a lot of things about him would drive me nuts. He icks me out. Okay. Oh. I did not just pull this card. Okay, what did I tell you guys about 3? And it was at 3 a.m. Oh my God, this is confirmation. Guys, I'm sorry, this is confirmation. This is psychotic. I feel crazy even saying this. But we got the 3 of Cups. This is the Threes of Crowd cheating card. This is the Threes of Crowd card talking about whether or not, oh my God, you guys, we are going to feed right into it. We're going to keep blowing smoke into the rumor. I didn't even think of how it was at 3 a.m. Did he post at 3 a.m. on purpose to show that there are 3 people in the relationship? Charles always being in love with someone else? What is wrong with him? Ew. Then like, this makes me dislike him even more. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Yes, that's why he posted it. Because we have the 3 of Cups card. I did not think I would be saying this. I thought I would be debunking this because I thought it was so silly. But no, it's so ridiculous. It just might be true. 3 of Cups. Yeah, this is the infidelity card. Cups are our emotions. 3's a crowd. This is like, threesome energy, but it's also like, this is really like the cheating energy though. It could be, I guess. But this is like the cheating energy. This is like, or there's someone else also present that shouldn't be. And when we're talking about this in the context of the question about, Princess Diana and her exact quote being like, there were always 3 of us in this marriage. And then for us to get the 3 of Cups, are you kidding me? You guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm never going to get over this reading. This is going to go down in history. Like this one and like my Liam Payne reading, like there are a few readings that like have blown me away. This is one of them. Because this, I just feel it in my bones and this is too crazy. 3 a.m., 3 of Cups. There were always 3 of us in the marriage. Princess Diana's quote. Yeah. And his post. That's what he was doing. Let's keep moving. Why in the world would he do this? Why is he living this lie then? Allegedly for entertainment purposes. I'm not saying he doesn't love Gabriette. Also, I'm just saying there's a 3's of crowd energy. So it's weird. What is up with this? What's his deal? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Like, I don't even know what to ask. This is so crazy. What is his problem? 5 of Wands, the competition card. This is sick. You guys, I was going to say we should pull up his birth chart, but I don't even want to get that deep into the psyche of this man. 5 of Wands is like, this is like, I love competition. This is gross. It's like, I want people to fight. I like it when people fight over me. This could be like purposely planting insecurity, which I think is really messed up. Like, I hope this is wrong. But I get the sense of like, this is a person who likes to stir the pot. It makes him feel good for people to like fight for him. Posting these types of things, getting into these weird dynamics in these situations that create a lot of insecurity in other people. It's a push-pull sort of dynamic, and he gets a thrill from it. Gross. Okay, what else? So bad. What else? This is not good. Ace of Cups, but in reverse. My cup runneth over. But in reverse, it's like, but I can't ever just be happy. It's like I have everything I want, but I can't just be happy. This is very self-destructive behavior. Very unnecessary. I just got goosebumps. It's like, if you have the Ace of Cups, why don't you just let your cup runneth over and be happy? Why are you resisting your joy? Quit being crazy. Oh my God. The 5 of Wands making people compete over you is really sick. Like, enjoying that is really sick, I think. 5 of Wands, 5 is freedom. So he values freedom over connection, freedom over commitment. I don't know, it feels very dishonest. What about Gabriette? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What's her energy towards Matty? The moon. Interesting. She's very intuitive. She's very emotionally deep. This is someone who keeps a lot hidden underneath the surface. She doesn't tell you everything on her mind all the time. Let's get a clarifier for the moon with how she feels. The moon is emotion, though. So this can be deep feeling. This can be very nurturing energy. So I do think she nurtures him. I think that sometimes she can be mysterious and pull away. I don't think she would go directly and like tell him something. This is someone who would rely more on their intuition and sort of pull back and observe rather than like comment right away or say something right away or, go 5 of wandsing. She sort of pulls back. I wonder what her moon sign is. The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. See, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't just go right in. Also, I think that she has decided that she wants to be with this man. She has decided that this is the person for her. So the Moon card and the Knight of Pentacles, this is like, I am willing to, I know it sounds bad to say, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait it out. I'm willing to wait until he moves past this. It's sort of like, I don't care. She's like, I don't care. Like, okay, maybe that's whatever he's feeling like that or he's doing that. I don't care because this is who I want to. I want to be with him. I don't think she's really goes hot with her emotions or anything. I think she just sort of decides what she wants and she'll just sort of write it out. Let me see if I can find her moon sign. I am so curious. Okay, she was born on July 28th. So 28 energy, by the way. Michael, aka Lawyer Moog, was born on the 28th, except he's a Libra. He was born September 28th. But 28 energy in numerology, everyone born on the 28th, regardless of the month, they have a certain personality energy, very persistent. 2 and 8. So 2 is like partnership. 8 is power. And then when you add up the 8 and the 2, you get 10, which is basically just 1. And then anything that you add to 0, 0 is just like an amplifier. So 1 is incredibly independent and strong-willed. So this would make total sense. I think that this is accurate. Gabriette has a Leo sun. Oh, yes. Stop it, you guys. There's AA reliability from her birth records over on astrotheme.com. Okay, so she actually has Aquarius rising. That makes so much sense. That's why she's kind of ethereal and that's why I like her vibes too, because I also have Aquarius rising. Oh, and that's probably why she and Zendaya both have been spotted wearing Materis Facalis for important events in the past few weeks. Aquarius energy. I'm telling you, both are Aquarius risings. They're choosing right for their branding and their style. Love it. I love to see it. Okay, yes, Scorpio midheaven. Okay, also why she's kind of mysterious. Yes. All right. So, a Gemini moon. Okay, Gemini moons can have 2 sides, okay? One cool thing about Gemini moons is that they can be, they can turn it on, they can turn it off. It's being an air sign moon, they can sort of go with the flow. They can also detach if they need to or want to. Gemini also is a sign of the twins, so sometimes they're kind of laid back and they don't really mind sharing. It's interesting. I'm not saying this is everyone, but I would say the most likely people to be more cool with things like open relationships or, multiple people being in a relationship or something and not being bothered by that would be placements in Sagittarius, Gemini. I really look for those most of all because they're very open-minded and very go with the flow and sort of non-possessive. So, okay, very interesting. That checks out to me. Anything else about their overall connection? Such an interesting reading on them. I was not expecting it to go this way, but I'm intrigued. Anything else about their general connection? Stop. Another 3 card. You guys, the 3 of Pentacles. We've gotten 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. There could be something that they're collaborating on together. I know that she's also a musician, so they may be working on an album together or like an upcoming collaboration project, maybe even like a situation where they do like a limited release together on songs. Like maybe they're going to even start their own group where it's like the 2 of them. But yeah, this is working together. So we are going to see them work together a lot in the future. 3 of Pentacles. So we'll keep an eye out for that. That's also part of the partnership. I don't think it's like the motivation for why they got married or anything, but I think that's part of the partnership. There are many layers and levels to this connection. And I think that like there's enough positivity in it for both of them that they both want to be there. But there is definitely still something between them coming from Matty's side. I'll just leave it at that. Very strange and interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see what develops for those 2. Okay. And last but certainly not least, you guys, this was actually a request from several of you about Newton and Antonia Rumelioti. You guys have been dying to know about these 2. These 2 deserve an award for keeping their relationship so private because finding information on them is nearly impossible, you guys. I cannot find a recent update to save my life, and I have searched and searched and searched. But from everything that's publicly available, they still appear to be happily together, while Luke's career keeps quietly leveling up with new projects. He is set to star in the upcoming sci-fi thriller White Mars, where he will play a character named Leo. I love that. Also because he has those Leo placements. Co-starring alongside Lucy Hale, who portrays microbiologist Sammy. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. Very interesting. Interesting to be playing a character named Leo while Jupiter is in Leo. Now, I don't know when this is coming out. It's still in post-production. I couldn't find like the release date or anything. So, I don't know. Let's just see what comes through. Let's just see what comes through. Current energy between these 2. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Okay, well, we definitely have her showing up as very in love. The Queen of Cups is highly emotional, very present, wants to be there, is a good communicator, mature when it comes to love. Okay, this is good. Whoa. Holy smokes. That was like... We have, okay, and the Queen of Swords. We have 2 Queen cards. Very interesting. Her energy is coming through incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. Oh, my God. When have we gotten 2 queens, like, right off the bat for somebody? Her energy is dominating this field. the field of... She's dominating this connection, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. She's both the Queen of Cups. She is fueling the relationship with love and emotion. She really wants to be there, wants it to work. But the Queen of Swords as well. This is someone who can be a little bit harsh at times or really has some strong boundaries that they are looking out for, someone who's afraid of getting hurt. The Queen of Swords has her sword up and has her hand out. So it's like, if you are kind to me and like you're nice to me, I'm just going to keep my sword here. But the second you cross me, I'm going to pull my hand back in. So it's usually, like, I like to see this card when we're reading someone post-breakup because it's like, okay, good. The person has healthy boundaries. You know, they're more vulnerable. So it's nice to see that they're being protective of themselves, not just letting anybody, into their field right now because they need to heal. But when I see this as someone's energy while they're in a relationship, it is a little too harsh, in my opinion, for a healthy relationship. I just don't think you don't really need to act like that. Like, you don't really need the sword. You can be, you can communicate. You can be I think, more loving about it, more of a teammate. I would have loved to just see Queen of Cups. So this Queen of Swords is giving it a little bit of an edge. And the fact that we have two and they're both female, they're both her showing up. She is really concentrated on this relationship, okay? This is like intense. What about him? Can we get Luke's energy? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What is Luke's energy in the connection? The Two of Pentacles, trying to juggle it all. Yep. I think he's trying to juggle his career and his relationship. Okay, let's get another clarifier on the juggling act that he's doing. Five of Wands, competing. Oh my God. He has this is so stressful. This is so stressful. Both of these are cards of tension and stress. The Five of Wands, this is like you feel like you have to compete with everybody. You're fighting for your life. I mean, like, look at it. This is like a whole bowling team, and they're all like, lined up looking at somebody across the bowling alley. It's like they are going head to head. Five is also like, I'm fighting for my freedom. I'm fighting to be here. I'm fighting to be in the room. He's fighting to be in the room. He's fighting to stay afloat. This is so tough. Then the Two of Pentacles, it's like I'm trying to make a dollar stretch. I am a little bit worried about money. Also worried about maintaining my relationship while also staying super focused on my career with the Five of Wands. Like, I'm scared to take my eye off the ball. Ooh. A lot of pressure. Let's get another read for his current energy overall. The Chariot. Okay, Mars fueled. So he's determined right now. He is determined to get what he wants. Five of Wands, he's not going to stop until he gets what he wants. He came here to win. This is like someone who says to themselves, I didn't make it this far just to make it this far, which I love that for him. Good. He didn't. And he does have a lot of Leo and Aquarius placements in his chart. So right now his chart is being activated big time. I think we are going to see more growth. And I think it's hilarious that his character's name is Leo in the upcoming White Mars film. I think that's going to at least give him a lot more notoriety and like publicity, whether good or bad. He's going to be seen more. I think he needs visibility. So this upcoming, transit of the North Node in Aquarius, South Node in Leo, currently having Jupiter in Leo, like all of this, I think is shaking him up, making him feel activated, making him feel motivated. He has this like, it's now or never type of feeling. Chariot. Yeah, he wants to move forward. Okay, what else when it comes to his relationship, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only? The Moon. So the Moon is so interesting because it's I just got goosebumps on my face. Confirmation. The Moon tells me that this is like, there's a lot of feelings there, but there's also a lot of holding back. The Moon is mysterious. You don't always see all of the Moon, right? The Moon goes through phases, and we've been seeing a lot of this every time we've done a reading on him and in his relationship. It's like, it isn't super straightforward. It's like lots of ups and downs. So this sort of reminds me of like a Margaret Qualley Jack Antonoff reading. I think that there are things that have been showing up in the connection for a while that aren't great, but then I think they work through them, and then something else comes up. It's like a different it's like, seems a little stressful. Okay, what else? I don't love it. What else? Page of Swords, immature communication. Immature communication, Page of Swords. This feels very stressful. Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold. And the Moon, Five of Pentacles and Page of Swords. This is like just not aligned. It's like really not aligned. I feel like he's focused on one thing. I'll be honest with you guys, with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like he's trying to balance his career and a relationship. And it's almost like he's not really ready for a relationship yet, because if he wants to be successful and support himself in this chosen career path, as an actor, he does have to like go to the auditions, travel, do all of these things. And I'm not blaming her. I don't even know if this is, what exactly is coming through in the cards. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. but I do get that there is some tension. So it's hard for him sometimes to focus on these things, or he has to draw a lot of boundaries, and it doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel easy. The Queen of Swords there is sort of like, there are times you might have to walk on eggshells, and I think the energy needs to chill out for him to be happier. I don't know. That's what I'm getting, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Sometimes you guys have a lot better of a time like being able to find this information. So if you guys have seen what's going on with those two, let me know. If y'all have seen any updates, please leave a comment. But I love you guys so much. This was fun. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the celebrity couples. If you have any requests for future readings, please give this video a like if you had fun. And if you made it to the end, drop a star emoji in the comments. Let me know that you wrote it out with me, okay? So I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Bye, guys.